What's up, viewer? I'd like to thank you for clicking in once again to a Mary Mac special. Look, I'm always gonna talk frank, meaning direct, not sugarcoating anything. So if you're looking for a person that's gonna give it to you with a little sweetener, that's not me. But what I will give you is truth, understanding, and wisdom. Most of all, experience. My knowledge, that I like to call, did not come from a textbook. I don't claim to be that PhD scholar that a lot of people want to add to their credentials. I'm only a female, whether you want to believe that or not, named Mary Lee Davis, aka Mary Mac, that would like to address the violence in my city, Chicago. It's way too often, every day, every weekend, people are getting shot and killed. Mostly teenagers out here, doing the work that is affecting the black community. Now, I'm not entirely blaming the teenagers, because their mothers, their fathers, their family members are the ones who are giving them this name and this title and this rank. If they cared, they wouldn't have their kids out there in the first place. So the kids tend to adapt to their environment, and not to mention, a lot of these kids' mothers, fathers, if they have one in the household, are probably on drugs, alcoholics, or doing their own thing. That's just how it is in the black community. Every now and then, you might find somebody like a Gabby Douglas that comes up through the madness and survives the pressure that surrounds a teenager who's trying to overcome the obstacles that's blocking them from their dream in the first place. Now, with that said, I titled this video "A Cry for Help," because that's all I'm doing lately, is crying, because I know I have the ability to be able to go out there and address the black community, and if I can only get some of these leaders behind me, or these so-called leaders, to finally realize that I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to tell my story whether I'm dead or alive. So those who know who I am, those who have my videos, those who like what I'm saying and feel as though that I can make a difference, pass it on, because the powers that be just don't want to give me the platform to be able to speak on such a manner of stopping the violence. I don't know if it's because they are jealous of the fact that I did a lot of my coming up on my own, but with the grace of God behind me, or they wish they could speak out, as thoroughly as I do, without being reprimanded or whatever. Reprimanded, that's the word. I'm not going to throw a lot of big words out there at you, because the people that I need to address, they don't understand the big words. So I'm going to keep it street, because that's all I know. But I can give it to you in a way that everybody can relate and understand. And it basically goes like this. Everybody knows that there's a cure for AIDS, right? Everybody knows that AIDS is a man-made disease. And if you didn't know, I'm letting you know right now that it is. And, say for instance, somebody in power was to get AIDS. You know, all they got to do is go to the person who has the cure and be like, look, man, I messed around and I fucked around and got AIDS. Oh, man, don't worry about it. We gonna help each other. I'm gonna give you the cure, but you know, we can't let everybody else know that we got the cure, otherwise we won't get paid. Ain't no money in the cure, y'all. Even though they have the cure, ain't no money in the cure because it's money in the medicine. It's money in people dying from AIDS. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I have somebody in my family who has it, and she got it from her husband who was once in prison and came out and gave it to her. I heard a story today about a woman finding out that she had it and got it from a deacon in the church who never told her that he had it, and this was his wife. She just so happened to open up the Bible and the test results fell out on the floor, and whoop, there it was. So, you know, if the church is deceiving you and these leaders are deceiving you and the government and the president, everybody's deceiving you, you know, you are no more than a puppet, teenagers. You understand what I'm saying? People, you know, wake up. When are you going to learn that the game is being played on you and only a certain amount of people are able to be a part of the game? They choose the ones who they know that will promote their propaganda and all the things that's going to keep black people mostly down. You know, at one time, see, I grew up in an era where it was almost cool to be black, and I really thought I was free, boy. I ain't gonna even lie. Boy, back in the day, it was a beautiful thing. When I first saw Michael Jordan, I was like, wow, it feels good to be black. When I first heard Public Enemy, I was like, wow. When I first heard the music called Stop the Violence, you understand what I'm saying? We're all in the same gang. I was like, wow. All that positive energy. I was like, man, it's good to be a black American. But somebody felt like, you know, black folks was a little too happy. You understand what I'm saying? And decided, you know, to change the frequency on the station, so to speak. And now we're right where they want us, out there shooting and killing, you know, passing diseases from one person to the next, just acting like Lil Wayne's instead of Professor X. You understand what I'm saying? They want you to be dumb and not smart. You know, they want you fighting over race and not equality. You know, so you need to read between the lines, because, you know, I myself, I did the homework, and I wrote the book Rhymes, Poems, and Metaphors Plus One Song, and I put it out there in 2007 up until May of 2008, and I try to teach my people in the book, you know, all people, to tell you the truth, because I'm not a prejudiced person, so I don't want to just get on my people, my people, my people. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know that it takes everyone, you know, to raise the consciousness of everyone. But black people are the ones being targeted the most. So if I address my people the most, you know, you have to understand where I'm coming from, seeming, as you can see, that I am black, you know, and I am a female. So let's not get that twisted. I understand, you know, I might look like a man or whatever to you. So what? That's not the case. You understand what I'm saying? This video looks like a fucked up video, but hey, if you can hear my voice, that's the case. You understand what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. This is a Cry for Help Part 1, and you need to know that I'm going to keep crying out one way or another. Now, I have given my story freely to people. I'll put it all on the internet, and I knew they was going to come for me and shut me down and, you know, turn me into in their eyes, a raving lunatic, you know, and, you know, make it seem as though I done lost my mind like they tried to do to Dave Chappelle. You know, I already knew that was coming. So, you know, I did what I had to do, and I did it as quickly and swiftly as I could. But as a result, you understand what I'm saying, they caught up with me, and of course, you know, I ended up going to prison, not because what they said I did, you understand what I'm saying, which I know I didn't do, and that was, they said I disarmed a police officer. We ain't gonna get all off into it. That's over, said and done with. You understand what I'm saying? But I did have to spend time for somebody to do. I went to prison because of the story that I wrote, and they wanted me to stop promoting my story. You understand what I'm saying? Rhymes, poems, and metaphors plus one song. Anybody who has it knows why I went to prison now. So that's it. And if somebody else want to know, pass it on, because I can't reach everybody. I'm just one person, and I'm limited to what I can do, because they're only going to allow me to do so much before they come after me again, which means I probably won't be, you know, this is 2012 of August 26th. You know, they'll be coming for me eventually again, because that's how they do. They stay on my ass. I mean, I go through hell, y'all, to try to pump this information up about, you know, trying to help my people or whatever, to stop the violence and to wake up and stop being a tool in their game of trying to keep you down. We come from kings and queens, y'all. You need to tell your babies that. You need to tell them that, you know, they are somebody and they have something to look forward to, because they won't put me out there. I am a person who have shaken two mayor's hands. I've shook Mayor Daley's hand before he left office, and I mean mugged him. I ain't gonna even lie, because he knows who the hell I am. And you know, I hope in the end his conscience don't get the best of him, and he end up wrestling in his sleep one day and, you know, killing himself. You understand what I'm saying? Because you know, that's what they usually do. They jump out of windows when they can't take the pressure, when all he has to do is do the right thing before he dies, and that's make amends to me, because he know he did me a great injustice by putting me in prison for something I didn't do, and he know I didn't do that. But hey, it is what it is. I've also shook Rahm Emanuel's hand at the Bud Billiken parade, and you know, this past year, 2012, and that's that back to school parade, for those who don't know, you know, mainly geared towards black kids. And I asked him, within that second of me shaking his hand, when is he going to address the violence? So I understand the time period that I'm working with. It's kind of like the same time period I'm working with this video. It'll be up soon, so I had to get in and get out with the question before he moved on. I wonder if he heard me though. You understand what I'm saying? If he didn't, I'm addressing him now. When are you going to stop the violence in the black community, or put me out there? I don't mind. I'll take the bullets like Malcolm X if it's going to change at least one child's life. You understand what I'm saying? I'll, you know, shit on me all day. That's my job, and I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not a scary person. They've done a lot of things to me to shut me up, but as you can see, you know, it's not working, and I'm not going to never shut up, because, you know, this is my gift that God has given me to pass on to you, my family in the black community. So this is your girlfriend, your girl, your brother, who should have been your brother. You understand what I'm saying? You know, because I'm part man too. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not the man, but sometimes I feel like the man, but I'm not. So men, stand the fuck up, because it's hard out here for women. You know, we can only do so much, and all of y'all seem to be going towards the white woman, and then you wonder why black women are gay. I'm no longer a lesbian, so I'm going to put that out there. Don't leave no comments about that, because I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? My focus is on these kids. So I decided to take away from myself, so to speak, to raise the consciousness of my community. You know what I'm saying? Deprive myself is what I wanted to say, you know, of a lot of things that I know I could have had. And believe me, I could have sold out a long time ago, but I know that's not what's really, that's not it. That's not going to change the issue. They just want to give me the money so I can shut the fuck up. I told them it's cheaper for me to keep talking. You understand what I'm saying? I love my people. I hate the fact that we dying out here though for nothing, because we are people who are kings and queens, regardless of what they may think of us. You know, I wear this hoodie in remembrance of all my fallen kids out there. Trayvon Martin, man, Skittles,